feel any added motivation to get a win for Jim this week over his brother?
Uh, no added motivation. We want to do it for ourselves, our teammates, and do it for Coach Harbaugh and all the other coaches, you know what I mean, that's been here. So it's no added motivation. Just go out there and do our job.
Is this week different at all? If any type of different vibe or messaging at all?
No, it's not a different vibe. We're taking the same approach, get better. Our objective is to win the game, and that's what we're trying to work to go do. We're not trying to make it no bigger than what it is. Just go play football.
How do you defend an offense with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry?
All 11 on defense. You need every man. It's no 10 on 11. You need all 11 on 11 at all times. He can create plays, extend plays, and we just got to be there, take that away from him.
How's he different from like Jameis or Bo Nix or any of those guys who are scrambling?
I mean,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
come on, man. That's Lamar Jackson. He's unanimous MVP, bro. Come on. So it's like they don't run like him. I mean, they're not able to evade like him. So we got to be able to know where the receivers at all time, and like I said, get him down if he do want to take off.
How much did you learn from the matchup last year against them?
I learned a lot. Of course, they got Derrick Henry, a different team, but I learned a lot going against them. Zay Flowers, all those players. I feel like they have a complete team, and we got to go out there and compete with them. We want to be the best.
From the first time you faced him in 2015,
Yep.
when you were both freshmen, what's the one area of his game that you think has improved the most?
I'll just say being quarterback, being comfortable, and just reading the defense. I feel like he's doing a good job making the throws. He's playing quarterback, and he's doing good.
A lot of the teams that haven't faced him before just fall at his feet, and Lamar, and have a tough time defending him. How much of the battle is just knowing what you're about to face and being familiar with him?
I feel like half of the battle is making it about you. Don't make it too much about Lamar Jackson. I feel like that's half of the battle. We go out there with a mindset of we love our defense, all 11 to the ball. It don't matter who's over there, who they have. So just go out there with the mindset that we're going to play for each other.
What's it been like having Jack Harbaugh come to the locker room?
It was a lot of fun. He had his whole crew with him. It's a lot of fun, and just seeing the energy that they brought. And I told them they're gonna be our age one day, so it's a lot of fun just seeing them.
Just stopping a guy like Derrick Henry who gets better as the game progresses and those critical moments.
Like I said, make it about us. Why can't we get better as the game go? Just make it about us. It's not about them, and I can't wait till Monday night.
You're watching the game back from Sunday. Was there something that the Bengals did or you guys didn't do in the second half that you feel like led to?
Us by not getting off the field on fourth downs. We let them convert. I feel like we stopped them the first three possessions of the third, but just in those spots, that middle, we didn't get off the field on those fourth downs, and just off a little bit. But I feel like our best was needed when it was, and I feel like we just want to go out this week and play a complete game against a good team in our stadium. That's what we're trying to do.
Was that the message to the defense after that game, like that you were preaching? Like, what was it moving forward after that game?
Don't get too high, man, because we still didn't finish how we want to finish. But it's hard to win in this league. Enjoy it, but man, don't, like I say, not too high, not too low. Stay in it and then just keep fighting, man, and look up in the end. Not right now.
How would you describe the vibe around here right now?
Confident, got each other back. I mean, nobody's worried around here. I feel like everybody's just like we believe in each other, bro. That's what makes it fun, and we're ready.
Jesse was talking about how Dayon, one of the reasons why he's taking such a good step is like veterans have really kind of taken him under their wing. Like, what's that been like for you working with him and seeing the type of progression he's had this year?
We don't want to make it too much about us. I feel like Dayon took upon himself to put in the work also to get his body in shape, go play. But he's a great listener, man. He takes everything in. He's like a sponge, and he's always creating new ways to learn. And I feel like he does a great job just from learning from guys like Khalil, myself, Coach Mentor. He's just soaking it in from everybody, and he has having a lot of success, and I'm proud of him.
You said you guys worked out during the offseason.
Yes, ma'am.
What was that like? What were you guys?
Just training in the boxing gym. We trained at a gym in Unbreakable with Jay Glazer up there in LA. It was a lot of fun, and basically just trying to become unbreakable, man, and just go out there, make it harder to break. We took a few trips together and really got to bond with each other. Went over our plays on the plane. Just a lot of fun, man. We got to bond a lot, and that's like my little brother.
Where'd you go?
Tokyo.
Oh.
Tokyo. We got some sushi, got some wagyu. It was a lot of fun in the off season, so it was good.
where we at with the groins? How are you feeling?
The groins.
Plural.
The growing area. Yeah. I'm good, man. Feeling solid. It was a solid week of work, and yeah, looking forward to getting out there.
Were you planning to play Sunday?
Yeah.
Monday, sorry.
Yeah, what you thought? What you thought? Hey, yeah, I wasn't practicing for nothing.
Okay.
How close were you to playing last week? I missed you down in the field. I was looking.
I was pretty close, but just didn't want another setback like the week before. So, Sal and Marco, everybody, it was all hands on deck. Try to protect me from myself in a sense, but I love this game, and so it was a smart decision to wait a week, and now we're ready to fly around a little bit.
So you think you'll be on a snap count at all this week, or?
No, I don't think about it like that. It just depends on how I feel as the game goes.
You were watching from the sideline how that game's unfolding.
Yeah.
Big, gets close at the end.
Yeah.
Like, what were you thinking as that game was going
Man,
on?
that might have been the hardest thing I ever done. Just standing on the sideline. I was trying to do as much coaching as I could, that was nerve-wracking as much. Sitting on the sideline, watching it kind of all unfold, and not being able to, go out and help in any kind of way. But it was great that we got the win, which is all that matters.
It's a big week for you guys, obviously.
Yeah.
Playoff race playing Baltimore, but it's also a big game personally for your coach playing his brother.
Yeah.
How big would it mean for you to get this win for him?
I mean, it's always a great win when you can win in general, and so just knowing how competitive brotherhood is, having two brothers of my own, well, really three, but two that I grew up with. It's one of them things where it's pride and all the things and all the different intangibles when it comes to going against your brother. And so I know it's going to be a fun thing for them, but I know it's definitely going to be a competitive thing, and we definitely want to get the win for Coach Harbaugh.
And if you do, talk about the celebration you're going to have for him.
I don't know what celebration I'm going to have for him, but I know it's going to be getting the +5 is going to be huge for us as a team in itself, you know what I'm saying?
They say the differences of a division game is teams kind of knowing each other really well.
Yeah.
Do you feel like with the coaching
Styles.
connections here and the knowledge that everybody has of the other team, it's going to feel like a division game in a way?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, just even playing them last year, you always understand how important these games are when you play in the same division. But just knowing the familiarity between Baltimore and the Kansas Cities and all the top teams, you got to be ready to win these games, and these games prepare you for those moments later in the season, playoff stretch, and all those different things. And so this is another step in the right direction, and trying to get this win, go +5.
You've got against Lamar a handful of times in your career, and you've got against Derrick Henry on film. What do you see from them together now?
Man, that's a special backfield right there, man. You got two of the best that's been doing it for the past decade or so, and I don't know what year it is from Lamar, but he's a special talent, hard to get, hard to corral against in the backfield, and so it's going to be another challenge, man. I know Burrow got away a little bit last week, but it's going to be up to us in front four, front seven to kind of have all hands on deck this week.
Khalil, I know you kind of mentioned it briefly, but has there been any talk about the Ravens and wanting to do it for him, or is that something y'all?
You said the Ravens wanted to do it.
Like wanted to win for Jim against his brother and all that. I know you talked about it.
I feel like we want to win every week for coaching, so in ourselves and as a team and as an organization, and so this is another opportunity to do that. I just can't wait. I can't wait to get out there and play, man. It's been a lot of waiting, seemed like, and I'm ready to get out there.
And how different does it feel like this point of the year? You've been here a while now, but you guys are obviously 7-3, chance to be 8-3. Does this surprise you at all, or did you expect this? I mean, the way you guys been playing.
Oh man, I told you why I came back, man. I knew the guys we had in the locker room, and then you add the staff to it and the front office. It's been a special group of people. And so, special groups of people, you expect situations like this, and the outcome on Sunday. That's the only thing I'm really focused on, getting the +5.
So obviously, year 3 with Joey. You guys haven't actually been on the field that much together over these 3 years.
We always hear this.
It feels like as soon as one of you's on the field, one of you's off. Like to be 7-3, to be rolling, to have an opportunity to play in meaningful games together.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think it's going to mean to you, especially considering the relationship that you guys have built, off the field?
I mean, that's why we both here. I feel like we could talk about it, but to put it on film and go out and have an impact on the game. Both he and I and Thule and Bud and all the guys, it's going to be special, man. And so I just look forward to putting it on film and not really talking too much about it and going out and playing and getting a win. That's really all that I'm concerned about, going out and getting a win, man. And coming back here and getting ready for the next week.
When you are winning like you have been, does that make it like so much easier to get to work? Like you're in the car going, come on, green light, let's go.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think that's one of the funny things about what Coach Harbaugh said when he first got here. It's like the wins make you feel better, a little faster throughout the week. If you're hurt or you're injured, and so it was a little easier to get back when you know you're not pressing to get back, and that was kind of the thing that made me kind of make that decision last week to know that my guys got it. And yeah, man, it's always, when you look at the film, there's always guys showing up at the right time, and that's been the difference. I feel like since they've been here, the coverage and the pass rush, it's not a drop off, it's not a let up. Everybody does their job, and it's not going to be any different on Sunday. On Monday.
Did Sal and Marco have to convince you to make that decision?
Yeah. Okay. They twist my arm a little bit. But Coach Menor, he kind of was the side factor. It's like, hey, we got you. And so they got me. So this one's gonna be special though on Monday.
Going in back to Jim for a second. I mean, kind of to the outside, he can seem kind of quirky, does things his own way. But internally, what about him do you think has guys buying in as quickly as?
The ultimate competitor, man. Just in him. You can just hear it in the things that he says that you probably wouldn't think he would say. It's unique to him, and only he can talk the way that he talks to the group. But just knowing what's on his mind, and I know that feeling, and I know that's them same thoughts. So I feel like some of the stuff that he says is some of the stuff that I say to the defensive group right before we go to our team meeting sometimes. And it's like, damn, did he take a little bit of what I said from that meeting? And I feel like we kind of read each other's mind in the sense of like the things that we say. I think one of the things that I referred to was him saying it was going to take him down on the field not to be out there. And that's how I feel about the game as well, man. My brother's playing with my guys.
Sunday, just how have you felt you've recovered this week after
it was good.
Biggest total of the season?
Good to have an extra day. Was sore, definitely sore, but it was kind of just regular football game soreness. Like I said, it was good to have an extra day to recover, but had a good week. I've been continuing to progress nicely. So yeah, no setbacks.
Was it? I mean, you said like last week, like there was about 30 plus.
Yeah.
What happened? Why'd you end up playing?
Yeah, the game, took a turn. We kind of were heading towards that number, and then I was feeling good. And I think, it's not a hard number that once you get to, you call it there. It's kind of, you continue to communicate with Marco and with Coach Roney, and obviously if I'm feeling good and the team needs me out there, I'm going to go out and play as much as I can. So I think we had a good progression. I didn't really make it over 20 plays for the first 3 games, and I could have played more. And there's been times where I've come back with a pitch count and have went way past that in my very first game back. So it's just being smart and communicating. And obviously, if I'm not able to go, I'm not going to go. But if I'm feeling good and the game's on the line and the game's getting close like how it did, I'm going to just kind of grind through it. And I think overall it was a benefit to my conditioning and to the confidence I've been talking about, being able to play multiple plays in a row and feel good and come out feeling solid after a pretty heavy load.
Is there a certain, I don't know if relief is the right word, but to go through, play all those snaps and then go through the recovery, still feel good after that?
Yeah.
Like, is it a little bit of like exhale? Like we made
it's definitely good. It's a positive to be able to, get all those plays and play, at a high level and playing physical. I still think I can rush a lot better, and I think that just comes with time getting kind of my technique back. But physically, I felt good. I felt pretty powerful. Definitely an improvement from the weeks prior. There weren't many plays out there where I had a moment where that really hurt. There was a couple that maybe were uncomfortable, but just continuing to work through that. And I think down the road, getting that 55 plays will be a benefit to my conditioning and my physical conditioning as well, not just my cardio. So obviously the main thing was to win, and that's where I feel the most relief about, but also feeling good and being able to continue to improve strength-wise throughout the week with my lifting and with practice, kind of getting my technique back and my hands feeling better and all those sorts of things.
Seems like you're saying you feel like you have a lot of room for improvement, but you had 8 pressures in the game. So, how much better do you think it can get as you get more comfortable and start playing more?
I was starting to feel more like myself out there with my power and all those things, but I think I really was relying on those power rushes where obviously, I like to use my hands and kind of rush around the edge, and I spent a lot of time on the right side of the line because I felt more comfortable over there with the get off being on my right leg, which is just been a bit stronger lately, but I think it's starting to even out with more reps, and I tried to get more reps on the left side this week, which I think was beneficial for my leg and strength and stuff. But yeah, I think there were a few plays that I really wish I had back. Other than that, I thought I played a pretty good game. I missed some pretty big tackles, which I haven't really been tackling anybody much over the last. It's been a month now that I've been back, but prior to that, I really haven't had too many live reps of wrapping somebody up and getting them down. So I think I just need to be more confident, especially with the one in the backfield. I think I stopped my feet, and that's not good against a good runner like they had. So I think I could definitely be better with my tackling and, in those crunch plays, those 4th down plays. I definitely regret me and Morgan ran a game which I think we should have just both trusted our one-on-one rushes. But other than that, I felt pretty good. I think everybody around the building thought that I looked better. But yeah, I just think it's important for me to be able to mix up my moves and not be a one-trick pony out there. And it was working, but I'd like to continue to improve with that and to be able to mix it up more.
Joey, has there been any talk amongst y'all this week about the Ravens and wanting to get the win for Jim or anything like that?
It's a big game. Obviously, that's a part of it, but I think it's just the next game, and it's obviously a great team with an incredible quarterback and a really dynamic offense. So I think we're just focused on continuing to separate and get to 5 in a row, which I haven't been a part of many of those streaks in the NFL. I don't think I've been a part of one, especially not being healthy and being able to contribute to it. So every game, like I've been saying, is a huge game this time of the year. We don't really have any chance for missteps here, especially with kind of the goals we've set and where we're trying to get as a team. But obviously, win for Jim, me having a brother that I'm very competitive with, I understand that very well. Love him to death, and I'd do anything for him. But it doesn't matter what we're playing, competing in. We hate to lose, and we love beating each other. So it's. I definitely, it's a part of it, but like I said, I think it's just the next game, and I think it's that's our main focus right now.
Joey, just bigger picture, have you noticed anything unique about the cohesion of Jim and Jesse and the coaches on down, and what difference has that made in the start your team has been able to get out to?
Yeah, I've said it a bunch that I feel like Coach Harbaugh has brought, you know, a really cohesive team, and they all have one goal, and it's one message that trickles down from him, and I think it's really important for everybody to be on the same page and have the same goal and the same game plan with everything. And I think, you know, obviously Coach Harbaugh has done a great job bringing in the best guys to make that possible, and I think Coach Minner has really stepped up in his role. Obviously, I've said a lot of great things about him, and all those things stand true. And I think just the more time we get as a defense playing together under him, the better and better we feel playing together, and the more effective we can be.
What are the priorities for the edge room heading into this game? Obviously facing Lamar and Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I think every week it's obviously affect the quarterback. Just play really disciplined. I think it's a huge do your job kind of week. Obviously you want to go out there and make these big plays and this and that, but you can't be selfish with these guys. Obviously Henry is a monster back there, and you make one selfish move, whether you go inside a block when you're not supposed to, or you make a split-second decision rather than just staying true and doing your job. Lamar can take it 100 yards every time with his speed and his shiftiness. He's obviously special. He's the best to do it on that front. So yeah, just playing really disciplined, doing your job, trusting each other that they're going to do their job. It's I think that's the main goal.
Just Lamar's totally different than Justin, and
yeah, for sure, totally different, and both amazing and great in their own ways. Each brings a different caliber of play that the other doesn't. So, like I said, I think we are similar, but we're different in a lot of ways.
You ever played in a game where there's so many connections between the two teams as there is in this one?
I can't say I have. Not like this. There's a lot of connection across the board, whether guys have played there, they've coached there, they know people there, so it's, like you said, there's a lot of connections there.
Does that make it more compelling or exciting to you to go into a game where you've had your coaches coaching against his brother?
Not for me. It's another game. It's another football game. It's another game we got to go win. I've done the whole get hyped up because it's a certain game or a certain this, but you go out there every game and try to win. No matter what, no matter who it is, you go and play your style of football, your brand of football, and you go to win. So it doesn't matter who you're lining up against. But yeah.
You mentioned that. Do you think this team has got an identity now? I mean, there's a lot of new guys. New coach comes in, new staff. Do you think at week, 12, the Chargers have a Chargers identity now?
Yeah, I would say we have that identity. We play consistent football. We run the ball. We're hard-nosed. We don't make many mistakes. We're really disciplined. If we can keep that same formula the rest of the year, we're going to end up in a good spot.
Just when you came over, anything that Jim said, like during pre-games or ways of doing things, it's like, oh yeah, I've heard John say that before. So
really, it's more so when Jack comes up and speaks, because Jack did a lot of speaking in Baltimore, Mr. Harbaugh, and he came and gave us a few pregame speeches this year so far. So anytime I hear him speak, he always has some great stories to tell. So always get excited when he comes up. Even if I've heard him before, they're all great stories. So
basically, the Ollie story, when you start telling it here, it's like, I remember it.
It still gives you goosebumps, gets you fired up. But no, he's just got such a passion and joy about the game, and I know he did it for a really long time, and it's great to see him come up and still have that fire about him. So,
what's it like seeing you guys get more primetime attention? Because this one's been scheduled for Monday night for a long time, but you've now had a game flexed to Thursday night against Denver, where it's a lot more national primetime appearances coming to your guys' way.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see the recognition, but at the same time, like I said before, it's another football game for me. You go in, you try to execute, you try to be the most consistent you can. You go in and execute the game plan as best you can, make as little errors as you can, and go in and try to come out with a win. So no matter if you're in front of everybody or in front of nobody, it's all the same. So.